Hello, welcome back to the Green Room. And my current guest brings a new spin to the instrumental guitar rock genre. My guest is Donny, aka Don. How are you doing, man?
Doing well, Ryan. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, it's been a long week, and it's only Thursday, and I got 2 more days of work. So, but
Yeah, I
I'm
hear
hanging
that.
in there. I'm breathing and living the dream, like you said off the air. So, um, man, back in March, you released 2 albums, Trial and Error and Second Gear. Tell us a bit about both of those albums.
Trial and Error was my debut album, and that came out actually in December of 2020,
Okay.
and that was the first thing I ever did, and so that did, I guess I could say as an independent release, that did pretty well. And so it has some decent songs on there. One of them is basically a hard rock heavy metal version to the soundtrack to the Terminator.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. The Trial and Error title track, which is the first song on the album, that actually got pretty good response. And then I think Losing Control, which is the second track, is probably the most popular song on that one.
Right.
And then the second album, Second Gear, I released in March of last year, actually.
Okay.
And since then, I partnered with Pavement Entertainment Records, and they're getting the song Second Gear, which is the title track off the album, out there and putting it on the radio and getting it out there for me.
So how's it been received? I mean,
Pretty
how did the first album get? How was the first album received, and by your fans, and same with that Second Gear song? How's it been received?
well, I think the Second Gear is probably better received because it's becoming more known.
Okay.
Where Trial and Error is people are finding it by digging into the music,
Right.
and
Right.
then we've got another album out there, so let's hear that. And so that's doing well. One of the songs on the first album that was received pretty well was a tribute to Heather O'Rourke for the movie Poltergeist,
Okay.
and it's called Celtic Star, Heather's theme, and I wrote that for her and her family because I'm friends with her family.
Is that
So I was,
the one that played the little girl, right?
yeah, Carol Ann, yeah, in
Yep.
the movie,
Yep.
yep, yeah. So her family really enjoyed it. As a matter of fact, to do the video, they sent me a whole bunch of pictures of Heather
Awesome.
to put in the video. So I
That's
did that.
that is
Yeah.
really cool. Yeah. That movie's iconic too, and everybody knows who that Carol Ann is. That's cool. Um, so you're currently working on a new album that's set for early 24. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I've got 2 tracks already recorded from it. I'm writing the third track now, and I'll probably be hitting the studio to record that in the next couple weeks. Um, the name of it, I've got a couple ideas in mind. So it's either going to be three, because it'd be the third album.
Yeah.
Um, but I think I'm leaning towards monumental because the progress that for myself, my personal progress in the skills and everything have gone up, and it's even Pavement heard those 2 songs that I've already recorded for it, and they're just like, wow, you this is like next level.
Awesome.
um so they are loving it, and so yeah, so I'm thinking of calling it monumental, actually.
That's awesome. Um, Definitely look forward to hearing some of that. And how long have you been playing guitar? Is it something you've been doing since an early age, or?
Well, Originally, I picked up the guitar, never really learned a lot, just a few power chords and a few chords here and there. When I was about 15 years old, my for Christmas, my mom got me my first guitar,
Right.
and of course, the friends of mine, they knew how to play a little bit, so they would show me a few things, and then but I never really learned leads or anything. And then fast forward, I put it down when I went in the army,
Uh-huh.
right after high school, and I didn't really pick it back up again until about 9 years ago.
Oh
And
wow.
then, yeah. So I started playing, those few chords that I knew for the church I was going to at the time.
Okay.
And then after a couple weeks, I was like, you know what, I want to learn how to play lead. So I found a guy up near my house named Mick Luke, and he's a really good guitarist, and he taught me the leads, and I picked it up really fast. And then not even a year and a half later from working with him, I started working on my first album.
Wow.
And, and yeah, so I mean, when I recorded the first album, I only had about 7.5 years experience
Wow, that's
playing
cool.
guitar. Yeah. And then, of course, naturally, as you play, you get better and better. And then I recorded second year and within a year and a half later. And so I've just been progressing since then, and so yeah, the new album's going to be um even more like Pavement said, the next level. So
Right, right. Yeah. Definitely keep doing what you're doing, man. So besides the new album, what's next for you? Are you playing any shows or
well, I already played like one or two shows already. Unfortunately, the I'm looking for a new second guitarist because my last guy flaked out on me. So
ah,
sometimes, yeah. So I have a drummer and I have a bass guitarist, really good guys. So once I pick up another guitarist and they come up with the music, I'm already getting offers to go on tour with other bands.
cool.
So unfortunately, without a full band, that's difficult to do.
Right, right.
So I'm hoping to get a guitarist pretty quick and get them going, and maybe after the summer, at least do a few small local shows anyway. Just to get it started, get it going.
Right, right. Practice makes perfect, right?
Exactly.
So where can we find more info about you and where you're going to be at?
Well, my main website is d-o-n dot here now, and that's HEARNOW dot com, and that's going to give you the links to like Spotify, YouTube. I mean, I'm on Spotify, just DON, but put spaces between all the characters to find
Okay.
it. And then you can find Second Gear or Trial and Error. That's the names of the two albums so far. I'm also on, if you name it, all the digital platforms. You'll find me.
Okay.
I have a YouTube page, and you're gonna find that with D-O-N.
Okay.
Um, and that's got all this, basically everything. Plus, I've got like 3 videos on there. One's for Second Gear, one's for Celtic Star, the Heather thing, and then I have another song on Second Gear that actually hit for a while. I don't know if it still is, but a few months back, it hit #1 in Japan.
Oh,
It's
cool.
called, it's an all acoustic song, and it's called Trinity. It's kind of mellow, chill back. But it's received very well. A lot of people love it, especially women. Women love that kind of stuff. So
That's awesome. That's awesome.
uh,
Again, my guest tonight in the green room has been Donnie from AKA Don. Check him out on all your usual platforms for streaming and as well as social media and YouTube. All that information will be in the description of the video below. Don, thank you so much for chatting with us, and let's do it again sometime.
yeah, Brian, no problem, buddy. Anytime.
Awesome. Have a good night.